Okay, Gun of Terror, Ash against Akatsuki. We're heading into the next losers bracket match here, and things are starting to get spicy. We're thinning out the herd here. More and more teams are being eliminated, and now we have the Akatsuki looking for another victim. Or are they gonna get maybe spanked now, because Team Ash is here to take down a few opponents and also improve their standing, obviously, in the tournament. This is qualifier number 3 for Meta Madness, which means that the pre-bans are now up to 12, as you can see here. So we have 12 heroes now banned. In qualifier number 2 it was 8, so the number got increased by 4. We added Lucio, Tracer, Sergeant Hammer and Abatha to the pre-ban list. And of course, every single hero that gets played cannot be played again in the same series. Game number 1. They're obsessed lately with Garden of Terror as a starting map. We've seen some adjustments already made for exactly that very reason. We've seen a couple of Sonias here, we've seen even an Illidan, so there's definitely a lot that he can do now trying to get those mercenary camps quickly. And we actually had a good example earlier with, I believe it was Be Right Back questing, what happens if you're not diligently taking your mercenary camps. You are starting to lose ground pretty quickly, and that translates into a huge problem there, so yeah. But either way, as is, we now have Junkrat and Jojo taken care of. Uther gets banned as well. But what's going to be the first pick here? I'm looking at Darkmork. Every single time that we're casting Akatsuki right now, I'm looking at Darkmork. I want him to bust out Illidan again. I want him to bust out just something that nobody really expects. So yeah, it would be very, very nice if... well, he goes for the Haka again. Again, it's the first map. On the first map, I expect more normal drafts, of course. Garden of Terror, the Haka makes tons of sense. And over on the left side, we now get Falstad. The birdie is in. So they're matching the global. And I'm wondering a bit also if Masquerade is at some point in the series busting his stitches out again, or if it's maybe even going to get banned, because he's been doing it consistently throughout the second and now the third qualifier. Renella, again, Rhaegar, really good hero here of Garden of Terror. You get the extra clear on any mercenary camp. You can also solo clear in a reasonable time frame. Pretty much any hero can solo clear, but yeah, you're gonna have a pretty reasonable time frame usually with Rhaegar and the Lightning Shield and of course the Wolf Bite, so yeah. But okay, for the Akatsuki, what are we getting with Garden of Terror? The Haka is already in the house, we get a Nubarak, we get Sylvanas, so even more pressure to take some of these structures down. I wonder if they're also going to be able to lock in Greymane, for example. Could see that either as a ban or a pick for Team Ash. Greymane would be a big asset for both of these teams. And if anything, then I probably expect Team Ash to take him. Just saying. I mean, Greymane would be a nice one to have with everything that they're running right now. Okay. So, Stukov gets banned. The usual. You got a Nubarak. Once the stun comes in, you don't want the lurking arm follow-up. Malfurion is always a nice B option. There's a bit of control that you can also get with Deckard Cain. But Stukov gets banned out fairly often when you pick a Nubarak or when you pick Varian. Both of the tanks fulfilling the same purpose more or less if you're going for one of these kill comps. Obviously some nuances to it, but the idea is always the same. Start with the stun, start with the engage and then follow up on it. Mirrodin shutting down the front line to an extent, and now of course the question, Greymane or no Greymane? Is anybody gonna lock it in, and if so, who? I could totally see it for the Akatsuki, but it would also work extremely well with Team Ash. For the Akatsuki, it would be kind of nice. If you get Sylvanas and Greymane onto the same lane and there's nobody to defend, whew, you can kiss your wall and your fort or whatever else is there goodbye very quickly. So, there's Greymane. Yep, they take him. Greymane gets grabbed and ETC is the main tank for them. Well, I mean, I assume he's the main tank. Technically, they could also decide to put him on the side lane and pick their main tank last. Oh, Ultralisk with Kerrigan. Alright, boys, I'm ready. A Nubarak Dehaka and Ultralisk's Kerrigan. So stun, stun, stun all around. With Malfurion as the follow-up, just highlighted him as an alternative when Stukov is banned out. But yeah, we're gonna get action right from game number 1. Kerrigan, me likey. How is the blue team gonna react to that? Are they gonna shift ETC into a side lane position? Or what do we get from them instead? Time to find out, I suppose. So, final pick, Garden of Terror, map number 1 between the Akatsuki and Team Ash, and it is Garrosh. So they shift things around a bit. We have ETC as a side laner and Garrosh as the main tank. With that, let's head straight into game number 1. First game between Team Ash and the Akatsuki, and we are on Garden of Terror. Renella on Rhaegar, Bishops on Falstad, Shizakid on Garrosh, Lopaka on Greymane, and they put Morenas now on ETC. So as expected, they went for the adjustment, putting an actual tank in and then moving ETC onto the side lane, with the Akatsuki themselves now running Banana Age on Malfurion. We have Ultralisk on Karrigan, Dark Mok with Dehaka, Skok on Sylvanas, and we have Masquerade on Nubrak. So, with that said and done, we have Karrigan in the house for Ultralisk, and that means all eyes on the Queen of Blades. Can he crush, and can they stack all of those stuns together? I mean, first they're going to the top and are starting to take one of the towers down. That forces the rotation from the blue team. Half of the HP already gone, so they had the double whopper there. They had a Nubrak for beetle production and spawns and soaking up some of the tower shots, and then Skok was able to come in and take this one easily. But I'm fairly interested to see how that front line is now going to work out for them, because they have quite a few stuns. They can start with Garrosh and then get a power slide with ETC. There's a lot that they can really do if they are trying to, first and foremost, keep control over Karrigan, but also control the game and get some kills like they just did here. They come in and they take down Sylvana, so she's gone. And that is first blood in the game. Team Ash locking in the first kill. Good for them. Karrigan slowly moving up towards the top as they're still fighting there, 1v1. Yeah, Shizakid is just saying hello and he's like, yeah, you're not gonna catch us off guard. This is just not gonna be a thing here. So down at the bottom of the map, we got Darkmog in, Morenas is here as well, and yeah, still trying to rotate this around a little bit. Ultralisk, Skok, Banana Age, all going for camps. We have the same happening on the blue team side, but they're focusing on their Siege Giant camps first, so it's all about creating some extra pressure on the lanes now, getting that in. And, well, at the same time, Renella is obviously already getting assists from Falstad. So the things have calmed down a bit. Initially, it was the aggression at the top of the map that we looked for, and now instead what we're seeing is just a consolidated effort to try and get every single mercenary camp on the map from the two teams. And the first seed is now popping up as well. So, all the way towards the top, Shizakid still slowly starting to move in here. Karrigan is currently taking camps, so they can't push too aggressively here. They need to realize that there will be a response from their opponent. And yep, Masquerade finds himself very quickly at the center of attention. Him and Sylvanas, and the bug is gone. Masquerade is gone, but Karrigan is able to get ETC at the bottom of the map together with Malfurion and Dehaka. So they're getting a kill for a kill. It's an even trade between the two teams. Hasn't even taken the camp here yet, but the seed is still on the ground, and the positioning is of course indicating that the blue team will likely grab the first one. Just a little bit too good for them to pass up on. So, yeah. Able to set that one in. All the way towards the top. Bishops then in the meantime still trying to pressure this out a bit further. I mean, there's a global on each side. They could also go for the double global. If ETC goes for stage dive instead of mosh pit, then they definitely have two globals they could use to just jump onto a lane and try to get some damage in here. So definitely a few options. Also, the idea of stealing a camp away, which has not really backfired, but they definitely abandoned it and were instead hoping to get a kill against ETC, which they couldn't either. We have the globals now both sitting up at the top lane. Yeah, and okay, so walking away again. Masquerade, is he gonna die once more? Yep, he is. 3 kills, 2 of them against Masquerade. Nuborect, and well, frontline is having some trouble. And I Can totally understand it. I mean, again, you have Garrosh and you have ETC now against you, so that's a lots of stuns there. But once that Ultralisk joins these team fights, I mean, one good combo and he can annihilate nearly an entire team, which we've seen plenty of times in the past. They get a seed as well, nobody here to interrupt, which means that we're now looking at a seed for each team. There's still some nice pressure at the bottom of the map from Team Ash. So they're coming in now and are starting to take that wall apart, with particularly Greymane, of course, doing some work. And Kerrigan is still not here. Kerrigan has been absent from most of these fights. She's been roaming the map a lot, getting camps, getting minion waves, sometimes making a move for a hero. We've seen it against ETC earlier, where they actually got a kill. Skork also. Oh, doesn't really feel too comfortable against Garrosh here. But he comes in, throws out a Nuburak. Up at the top, Falstad is actually in real trouble, and Darkmog gets the Tong and gets the solo kill. Nice! That's of course perfect. If you're in the solo lane and you're able to get a kill like this, it's just glorious. Fantastic work by the Haka, who comes now in and tries to go for Rega, and they get him. Rega is gonna die too, gets obliterated here. Darkmog just bossing it up like a champ. First he single-handedly destroys Falstad at the top lane, and then he just burrows down, gets another lick connected, and they can take down the support as a result. Very well done. Now that gives them another seed. That's the second one for the red team. And of course also the opportunity to control the map even further, particularly since they're now locking in level 16. So, level 10. 16 would be quite ambitious. 7 level lead. Oh yeah, nothing to see here. Sylvana, I mean, yeah, they're diving in deep here. They want both doggies. They want both of the doggies, and they're about to get more, aren't they? Because unfortunately for Sylvanas, that didn't really work. And now it is a 3 versus 3. Falstad and the Haka aren't there yet, but this fight got real awkward. Malfurion is dead, so he is gone. And yeah, it seems like they're going to lose a bit more than that, aren't they? Ultralisk is trying to get out of this, is even trying to turn it, but there's just too many abilities that will lock him down, and Ultralisk eventually is going to fall. He gets a triple stun through, but there's nobody to dish out damage. Ultralisk just juked them into a triple stun, where he got all 3 of them. Imagine a follow-up. Damn, that would have been insane, but, well, unfortunately for him, and very fortunately for Team Ash, that wasn't the case. So now we're looking at 15,000 damage for Kerrigan, and a little bit less for Greymane, top damage dealer on the blue team side. 6 kills to 4, and it's 2 seeds against 2. I like this. I mean, this is actually really close. This is game number 1, and we are super close right now. The teams are both on level 11. We have a similar amount of kills, and each team has 2 seeds now. So this is pretty fantastic when we're talking about a close game. Skork barely surviving at the top. They're trying to steal the camp away, but now everybody is starting to move in here, and it's going to be a massive fight as they're going for it. Rega, they might want him here. Oh my god, he gets ping-ponged around, tries the Ancestral, it doesn't work for him, and they are starting to chase them further. And getting chased by Kerrigan is always a disaster, but she went for the camp first. They still got a second kill as they went for Garrosh. So now with 2 kills taken and the camp also in their hands, they can push at the top lane with the Haka, and they're coming in for the middle fort and will destroy it for sure. Next seed is also spawning. If they can get another kill right now, and they might against the birdie. Yeah, no, Kerrigan is gone. ETC comes in, gets the kill, and now it's Malfurion that's destroyed. Guys, this means freebie seed for Team Ash. Team Ash is going to get that seed, and Team Ash is going to get the Garden Terrors. Now, the good news for the red team is that they are at least going to grab the top fort. They are even getting the kill. That might change the outcome of that seed battle at the bottom of the map. It definitely will change the outcome. Alright, that is just mixing things up very quickly. All they gotta do is buy a little bit of time, and they're definitely gonna do that. The Haka is moving in for the interrupt. No way! ETC just saved the objective for them. Damn! Wow, so that is big. Imagine that Garden Terror wave going to the Akatsuki. They're already pressuring the top lane as is. If they would have gotten Garden Terrors here, I think the chances of them taking a keep down would have been insane. So, yep, with that, what we now get is a pretty fierce battle for the forts, I suppose. Falstad is trying to escort the top lane now. Down here at the bottom, they're defending pretty easily. But in the middle of the map, I'm not sure if they can repeat the same thing there. It was still the camp, well, it was initially still a camp there. And now with Greymane still around, Kerrigan is at least signaling, hey, I'm here. So if you're trying to make him play for the fort, I'm gonna do something about it. In the middle of defending though, Falstad is pushing out up at the top. And yeah, I don't think they're gonna get too much. Maybe the fort at the bottom of the map, but even that's a question mark. They're defending currently with 2 heroes. Nubaraka sitting at the side. I was about to say unbeknownst to them, but they've actually seen him. So, yeah, it's unlikely that they're going here. But at the top, Sylvanas has now fallen. And Bishops is hoping to get another kill for them with a good gust. Catapults are still in. Another quick slide. Still some extra damage down at the bottom of the map as they are hoping that the combo with Kerrigan, which so far did not unfold for them. But yet they're getting closer and closer on all of this. So the hits keep coming, and they lose the fort. 15 to 15. Both teams on eye level. ETC moving down to the bottom of the map with his ult as they're trying to fully go for the fight. Falstad isn't here yet. He's just now flying in. Doesn't have a gust though, and they already lost Greymane. Now it seems that the fight is focusing on Shizakid and Garrosh, but they stun out ETC. He slides out, gets some good stuns, but he's not gonna make it. It's not looking good for him. No, ETC is gone, and they might be able to now go for that bottom fort. Level 16 talents are available for the Akatsuki. That gives us, in this situation, also Epic Enter. So he can epically enter the fight now and stun them out even further. With Falstad dying, they're just staggering death after death. Bottom fort is about to be taken out. And we should actually get the next seed announced in just a moment. So they might even be able to pick up an objective soon, TM. But, yeah, there it is. Timing doesn't quite work out for them, especially since it's up against the global. But, yeah, we got level 16 talents for both of the teams now. They can take the early position there if they want. And, of course, there is just plenty of pressure on the lanes, as is just through those waves. They're also going for another set of Siege Giants. Damage output on Kerrigan still top for the red team, 28,000. Greymane at 30k for the opponents. But as it stands, this is just looking pretty stellar for the Akatsuki. They already survived 1 Garden Terror wave, and all they lost was 1 fort. If they can now take Greymane down up here, that would be a nightmare. Because that is... Oh, Sylvanas with a bit of a death wish here. Careful, honey. Yeah, that would have been it. Just YOLOing in, losing Sylvanas, and then losing the seed again. Currently, they have Greymane already low, and he needed to back off a little bit and needs those extra heals from Rhaegar. So they get the channel, and that means that they are getting now Garden Terrors. That's great for the bot lane, but they already have Siege Giants in the middle of the map. We see the exact same thing. And this was pretty... yeah, this is a really nice move by them. They might be able to get some keeps here. Particularly if they can net themselves some kills. For that, they need the Haka with the team, though. Yeah, he pushed out the top lane a bit and got some extra XP for the team. But now that they're moving in with Siege Giants in the full 5-man, there's a good shot that this keep is going to get destroyed. And they're realizing it too. They're moving down to the bottom of the map to take the next set of Garden Terrors out. But the keep in the middle is at least gone. And up at the top, they're also looking to put some damage in. Are they going to destroy the entire thing? Questionable. Probably not unless they get some kills. And well, they're already trying to start here. But the Ancestral comes out. Bishops. Doesn't have the gust cooldown ready. Well, could have been quite neat for them. Kore's already getting attacked. Not going to lose too much. But they're still fighting this out. ETC can come in, but he's going to be too late if he comes now. Garrosh is gone, and yeah, ETC just didn't have his stage dive yet. He wasn't ready. He was absolutely not ready. So, that is yeah, more than a bit difficult, because this could potentially also snowball to a victory here. You already have one fort gone, one keep gone. The second keep is now getting destroyed in a moment. There's only 3 defenders, so you could definitely go for core now, particularly as they are starting to just take down Rhaegar. There's a lick and the dog is dead, so that leaves you with 2 defenders. There's already catapults on the core, and Garrosh is back in 10, Greymane in 20, but this is just way too much damage for them to handle in that time frame. So, yep, 13 kills against 9. Here comes level 20 as an added boon to the Akatsuki. And if they just right-click the core, then they're gonna end the game right here, right now. ETC is dead, so is Falstad. Everybody's dead or dying. And the Akatsuki are gonna take the lead in this best-of-3 series in the losers bracket against Team Ash. Nicely done, GG, and well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Tomb of the Spider Queen, second map in the series. The Akatsuki on the lead. Ultralisk popping off on Kerrigan towards the end. Definitely starting to wreck people here. The man needs to calm down a little bit, relax for a second. So, now we're heading into Tomb, which I'm absolutely on board with. We need more Tomb of the Spider Queen in our life and in this tournament. Match point, obviously. The 10 heroes that were played on the first map cannot be played again. 12 are banned, so 22 are off the board for now. Team Ash, gonna look to bring it back. This is one of the maps where I could see ETC being addressed in some way, shape or form, because the Akatsuki with Masquerade have now shown ETC, I think, at least 2 times on this map, maybe even more, and they've also started to play ETC on Towers of Doom and some other maps. So with that in mind, I would not be surprised if ETC gets at some point maybe banned on a 3rd ban, for example, or if he gets maybe picked away. So yeah, there's still a few options here. Also talking about options, but Team Ash has to decide right now. They apparently went for map choice, by the way, so they didn't go first pick, first ban, so they went against the norm. And if they don't ban Maiev here, then I question their sanity. They ban Medivh. Really? Okay, that's likely a Maiev pick, but if you ban Medivh, what are you afraid of? Are they going to try and play Stitches and they're afraid of Medivh providing a portal? But I mean, even if you are trying to play a Stitches combo, and you think that Medivh might ruin that for you, why on God's green earth would you ever give Ultralisk Maiev? Have you seen what he just did with Kerrigan? I mean, okay, instead we're also getting Jojo and Cassia. Yeah. Alright, balls of steel. All of what I'm saying here. They put them on the table, and yeah, show me what you got. They knew Ultralisk would take Maiev. That's a duh pick, obviously. You give Ultralisk Maiev after she has been banned out the gazillion times against him, of course he's going to take it. So now we will, yeah, they must have something up their sleeves. And I'm honestly a little bit weirded out by this, because they essentially banned Medivh and they banned Uther. Both of these have one thing in common: they have a shield that can protect you from dying. So if you would have gone for a Stitches blow-up comp, I would have understood it. If you would have gone for a variant sniper comp, maybe. But what exactly can they now do that would warrant those 2 or 3 bans? They're just thinning out the support pool a little bit, but they gave Maiev up. Darkmook has Urel now, Skork on Jaina. I am really not sure what the game plan is. And I can only assume that we're going to get a glimpse of it in a moment. But this is highly suspect. Mephisto gets banned. I mean, if this was game 3, 4, 5, I would say like Phoenix Planet Cracker with Murky. Or something crazy like that, but this seems like a fairly standard and normal draft so far. So unless they are now showing something nuts, then I gotta admit that I don't understand the ban pattern. Deckard Kane, alright. And yeah, that is Leoric. I don't know, boys. I honestly don't really know what exactly is going on here. It feels a little bit like they are going to get murdered here. Now, they are a good team. Saying they are going to get murdered is a little bit too much, but they are definitely not going to... They're definitely not making their own life easier here. So, Team Ash... What do you guys go for? Oh my god. Oh. Varian, Stukov, Taunt into Lurking Arm, Tether into Lurking Arm, Jaina damage behind it. Oh boy. So yeah, the Akatsuki, they have a crazy aggressive draft now. And Lopaka, I do not believe that he has anything that all of a sudden just turns this around completely. So Team Ash is up for... They are in for an uphill battle. They can definitely still win this, don't get me wrong. This is a strong team, this is a good team, but the draft didn't make it any easier for them. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the map. Let's go in. Match point for the Akatsuki. Match point for the Akatsuki. On the left, Team Ash with Renella on Deckard Cain. Bishops on Imperius, Shizakid on Johanna. We got Lopaka on Cassia and Morenas with Leoric. To the right side of the map, in red, it is the Akatsuki with Masquerade on Varian, Skok on Jaina, Banana H on Stukov, Ultralisk on Maiev, and Darkmog is playing Urel. Taunt into Lurking Arm, Tether into Lurking Arm, into Jaina damage. So, yeah. Can you... Do you guys hear that? That sound? Choo-choo! Pain train is coming, baby! The pain train is coming. Oh, yeah. It ain't easy being cheesy. But yeah, they have a really good setup to try and come in, get some kills, and murder. But time will tell. Maybe Team Ash is gonna be... Oh, well, maybe. Hello, team. Hi. So much for that. Team Ash is like, well, we've heard about your Maiev. Have you seen my Cassia? Have you seen my Johanna? So that's a triple kill. That's a triple kill, baby. They came in and they just said, you know what? Screw you guys. We're just gonna kill all of you. Oh boy, that is a statement. That is a massive statement. Opening the game up with a triple kill and just shutting them down immediately. Yep, I like that. Okay, so they gotta build on this. It was a good start, but they definitely have to build on that, and obviously early game kills only give you so much. They definitely have more control over the map now, have a bit of a lead there, but it was a very, very sweet start. That's exactly how you want the game to begin. Now they just have to make sure that they can follow up on that. They have a bit of a lead in gems as well that they can use. Masquerade is just flipping around over here. So yeah, he's tilting. He's tilting. He's just going full helicopter on us. But, well, was a bit of a wake-up call. I think they were very happy with that draft and were maybe a little bit complacent heading into the first battle, thinking that they could just walk over them. And I have to absolutely accept that as well. I was looking at this and I was just thinking, okay, this is going to be tough no matter what for Team Ash. But they started it off with a bang. Now they just have to show that they can also follow up on it and dominate into the mid and the late game to turn this around. So, there's level 4. With that, we now have Taunt. That turns Varian into an actual hero. So now we can actually do things. And we got Paralyzing Rage here. Plus also Ruby! A couple of camps already taken. Masquerade is sitting tight, is saying hello here. Bishops, they're trying to rotate back down. I mean, if they want to kill somebody, they essentially need Jaina too. Ultralisk is, of course, someone that can dish out some damage as well. But you want to have the burst damage of Jaina if you're really looking for a proper team fight. She has also a lot of wave clear in general that they can use at the top. But with Masquerade jumping in, he is likely gonna die here, or is he? Well, maybe not. They're going for the taunt, and now Bishops is dead. Nice bait. Masquerade just dangling himself in front of Imperius, and the second that he moved over there's a quick taunt and a kill. And now they're following this up with Morenas, and that is 14 gems that they're gonna get here if they get the kill. 14 gems taken away from the opponent. Yeah, That is how you turn this around. All of a sudden, they're in the lead. They took down Imperius, they took down Leoric. Both of them dying means gems are lost. Experience lead has been granted, and this is a little bit more in line with what we expected to see here. But they're fighting back. They're getting Masquerade again, so they take Varian out. This time, though, the gems have been recovered. But Ultralisk has 16 gems and he might still fall. And he's not the only one. So, yes, good on Team Ash. Look at that shit. They came in and took everything away. Okay. So, Team Ash, they are here to fight. They are clawing their way back in time and time again. Akatsuki started off with losing 3 heroes, but then great team fight for them. And now Team Ash has again flipped the table. Awesome game. We're only 4 minutes in and I already love every single second of this game. This is glorious. This is real fun here. They are doing a ton with this. And this should also be, I mean, this should be the first Web Weaver wave essentially, right? They are missing 1 gem, but they've already turned in 37. If you think about it, the Akatsuki haven't delivered a single gem yet. Not one. So, 6 kills to 2. And of course a half level lead. Maybe they can even pick up an early level 20. That would of course even be better for them if they can pull that off too. But we're not quite there yet. We still have a bit of a battle going on over the turn-in point up at the top then again. So yeah, they're already working on this one. Can they get that here? Alright, hello team, another kill. Yep, they're looking for Stukov and they take him, but it comes at a cost. Imperius is gone. Can they follow it up with another one? Of course, they don't have their heal anymore. That's a problem. But they're still taking aim at Lopaka. And Cassia is dead. Cassia's gone. 2 kills, 2-1. And another taunt in 5 seconds for Varian. So they destroy a few of the opportunities here. Trying to bring this all a bit closer together for themselves. Maybe get the turn in as well. They now have enough gems, so they could technically try and get that done. Interrupts are gonna happen. Yes, and are shutting them down very quickly. Both of the teams, even in experience, a level 10 should be hit at the same time. But these interrupts, they keep coming. They are still trying with another taunt. So far, so good. Do they have the follow-up damage? And, well, no, they don't. Bishops turns it around with a quick stun. They go again for Masquerade. And he's low. He needs heals. He needs something. He needs hit points, and he doesn't get any. Instead, Maiev came in, wanted to kill 2. Both of them die, and they lose gems again. They still have enough. Oh, even the Blessed Shield being thrown out as they are trying to lock down Jaina for a kill. But this now should be the turn-in for the blue team. Careful. Delivery system, by the way, for Imperius. So now we have level 10 on both sides. It gives us Warbringer. And we get the Water Elemental. But, yep, with the 15 gems that they're turning in here, it is the blue wave that descends first. So, Spiders for the blue team. Camp at least taken over here on the right side, so that is going to help them a little bit. But yep, this is already I mean, this is an awesome game. This is just an absolutely awesome game. So here comes again a move against Masquerade, and oh, he's gonna die again. Masquerade is getting farmed. Masquerade is getting absolutely farmed right now. Essentially what happened is that Team Ash killed him once and then they realized, hey boys, that guy is like easier to kill like a minion and gives more experience. We should take him down a bit more often. And that's exactly what's happening here. So despite the draft that we see for the Akatsuki, it's actually Team Ash that is currently running the show here. They have 11 kills, 2-4. So they're extending their lead with every single fight they're taking. And they're brutalizing the opponent's team. The Akatsuki are in real trouble here. So Imperius is doing wonders. Bishops is absolutely crushing it. He plays a bit YOLO and goes for a lot of dangerous moves, but they're paying off for them essentially. So now we have the first 4 destroyed, and with all of the gems that have been lost to the Akatsuki, this is of course the bigger problem. It's their ticket back into the game, and they have lost a lot. They safeguarded 43, so that's good news. But again, they are still trailing heavily behind, and the blue team has enough gems for a second turn-in. They can turn in again if they really wanted to here. And they can also wait just a bit while poking from a distance to interrupt the turn in for level 13 Talons. This is exactly where we are right now. Level 13 Talons, fight is starting up again. Valkyrie connects straight into the Entomb, and bye-bye Stukov. Stukov is gone. Bishops is at least dead. Maybe they can turn it. The problem is they have again lost their healer. They don't have any heals in this. This is a problem that they already had earlier. So if they can get another kill quickly, then maybe they have a chance. But generally speaking, once your healer is out, you know you're in trouble. They still got some fountains that they can pop quite quickly, but they need to prevent that turn-in from happening. And no gems were lost in that last encounter, and they are making no moves over here. So another set of web weavers is going to descend. Boy oh boy, this is nasty. And I love that Team Ash is able to pull this off. When they gave up my F, I really thought, okay, that is already going to be tricky. And then Masquerade locked in Variant. Look at those heals from Deckard Cain. Potions galore. Like, he just kept Cassia alive. They're looking for the kill against Jojo, and they get it. There's the Valkyrie against Stukov, immediately coming in with a big slap. They're hoping, of course, to somehow get another kill and stop these web weavers. There's the taunt. They go for Imperius. They just don't have enough right now. And Lopaka is just poking and poking and poking with Cassia. Lopaka's at 37,000 damage. That's 5,000 more than what we're seeing from Jaina. More than 10% increased damage from him. They're hoping, of course, for another hit here. And look at Ultralisk. Ultralisk is again. He is just crushing them. Comes in once more. They want to go for Lopaka, and he gets her. The taunt on Deckard Cain, and the old geezer is dead too. The web weavers, they have destroyed the fort in the middle and the fort at the top, so a lot of the structures have been taken out, and even the keep is taking damage in the middle of the map. But they got their kills, they are back in experience, and the Akatsuki are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they're still staying in this game. The last thing that they want is map number 3. They want to end this here, and it absolutely shows. I mean, damn, they are going for it. 12 kills to 8. They have 60 gems they could turn in, and this would be their first turn in too. So, yep, maybe they can take some structures out, because let me tell you, they really need to take some apart here. They've already lost 2 forts. You gotta have an impact now. Early level 16 would be pretty great, by the way. If they can get an early level 16 talent and run that, that would be glorious for them. So there's the taunt. They go for Cassia, lurking arm follow-up, and yeah, Lopaka just committed suicide. Honorable Sudoku. There comes the Blessed Shield. They're still hoping to get Bishops. Web Weaver's already there. That kill against Cassia was massive. That was absolutely massive. Another stun is coming in. Bishops is barely getting out. Is he now, though? No, he's not. Darkmok gets the kill, but he has also 33 gems. Darkmok, you beast. The Germans today. Ultralisk earlier, and now Darkmok here. Even in this Garden of Terror match that we casted from the Akatsuki in a different series today, Darkmok was crushing it with the Haka. And now he's just continuing exactly where he left off. 10 kills to 12. And after they destroyed the fort at the top, they're now focusing onto the bottom of the map, where they're hoping to take another one out. Yeah, they are getting a lot on this one. 16 gives us the martial law. Deckard Cain went into the scroll of the stone curse, by the way, because as we all know, with Deckard, the one thing that Deckard Cain needs is damage. More damage. You gotta pat those numbers a little bit. Where's it actually at? Deckard Cain's at 12,000 damage. I mean, I would also be pissed if I'm lower in damage than Stukov. All that guy has is a big arm, but yeah, Deckard Cain is gonna try and make up for that. Camp is taken. Each team still has a fort available, but we are all of a sudden again here to party. There's no leading experience anymore. The teams are extremely even. And there's a move, maybe for Morenas. Look at all those gems in their hands. 31 gems on Leoric. 78 gems in the hands of the Akatsuki. They had only one turn in. Only one. They kill Leo. Leo is gone, but they lose Stukov again. This seems to be a theme here. Stukov is gone, but now they're wrecking the rest of the team down here. All the gems are lost to Team Ash. Team Ash has lost every single gem that they had, and all of them are still in the hands of the red team. Akatsuki with another turn in, and now Tomb of the Spider Queen is their oyster. They have so much space and wiggle room now. Look at Jaina, already working the bottom wall a bit. They can go into the middle for an easy move to take the fort down. Honestly, they shouldn't even waste time there. Would make much more sense for them to start focusing on those keeps too. That fort is going to fall one way or another. But of course, the heroes are now slowly coming back, and it is Web Weaver time. Akatsuki, half a level lead, nearly a level, 14 kills to 13, on their way to those keeps and on their way to level 20. 50,000 damage by Jaina, 50,000 damage by Cassia, the two damage dealers locked into a battle. And they're not pushing as aggressively as I thought. I mean, now it's a 5 versus 5 on the map again, and of course they're still enjoying that one level advantage, so I assume that the idea here is make sure that you're going to get level 20 first, but they take the fight. Leo low, Leo is about to be gone. Bit more damage and he's gone, but Irel gets also hit hard by Imperius. And they're jumping back out with Jaina being in real trouble, and it is Imperius who takes her down. So Jaina gone, Darkmog on the run, he's able to get away here. And they're still guarding a lot of their gems. Top side, yep, that's of course still where the Web Weavers have done tons and tons of damage. Level 19.5 now. No amount of... Yeah, there's 15 gems in the hands of the blue team. This is not a danger in any way, shape or form. They can still play a 4 versus 4 at the bottom of the map, and they're trying. They're actually trying to go again for Cassia, but Banana missed the lurking arm. He actually missed the lurking arm. They're still hoping to get Jojo. And she gets out, but Bishops is in trouble, and Bishops gets killed. Bishops is killed. There's level 20. Jaina's going to be back soon as well. And Durell still hoping to follow this up. Nice attempt by Shizakid with a Blessed Shield to set that Arcane up too. But it didn't work out for him properly. Now another jump, and Darkmog has to understand and realize that he just cannot kill Johanna here. But the level 20 talents are now in. And of course, it is the Akatsuki that are really now trying to take momentum. Get more ahead in the game. But Team Ash is not out of this yet. They are only one fort behind, and we have level 20 for them in another second as well. So the keeps are becoming more and more the actual target of what's going on here. Nobody has, by the way, gone for boss yet, for example. I guess technically they could still try and make that happen, but they also have a ton of gems here. Let's not forget about that. That's 50 gems that they could deliver. So they go for the boss. 5 seconds for Imperius, and Jesus, they're burning this thing down quickly. Whew. Okay, that was a quickie. Boss taken, and likely going to destroy the top keep. If they now get another 10 gems, that would be great. They should also attempt to turn in, honestly. Yeah, Darkmog is turning in, Masquerade is turning in. That's the majority of the gems that they're holding, so they can safeguard them like this pretty easily. And now they can try and push to ensure that at least the top keep gets taken out. If they, of course, can get a kill here, then we're talking potentially game. So that's the next one. But what a game. I mean, 30 kills. 30 kills at 29. Cassia gets wrecked. Cassia gets absolutely wrecked by Jaina. And now if Masquerade survives, they actually have a chance to end the game, I think. If they can keep everybody alive here and follow up with another kill, then they have an opportunity. Masquerade is low though. Morenas wants the kill, doesn't get it, and he himself gets caught and murdered. 17 kills, 214. The keep is gone. The core gets attacked. They only have 3 defenders left, and this is not looking good for Team Ash. What an aggressive game from the blue team. What a beautiful performance, and it just wasn't enough. The Akatsuki a bit too strong. They were in trouble at times, but they turned the game around, and they are able to move on to the next series, to the losers bracket final. Great job by the red team. The Akatsuki victorious on Tomb of the Spider Queen. They take a 2-0 victory over Team Ash in the losers bracket. GG.